Hello, welcomes back everyone. AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Ayakara the Jedi Sage. Where we last left off, we gained access to a Greek computer to navigate the Maelstrom Nebula, to gain access to an Imperial prison holding one prisoner, a Jedi who apparently has been fighting against the dark side for about 300 years now. So, we're going to be doing it story mode, which means we're going to be doing it solo with Ayakara, Farron Cedrax, and of course a combat support droid. And yeah, I just picked up the, what's it called again? The Interstellar Privateer armor set for Farron rather than him wearing his jacket. It'll do. It's not really a smuggler, but it'll do. Let's be on our way. So it's an Imperial space station.
Caught the enemy on a calf break. Prison defenses might as well be made of flimsoplast. Find the security control center. Deactivate the internal safeguards. The computer system will reveal the Jedi prisoner's location. Our fleet will move in and provide any support you need. Good luck.
Okay. So SWTOR's brought in the Republic fleet to give us a hand. Holy hell, Stage 1. There's 2 bonus missions. Stage 1 of one of them is to defeat 100 Imperial forces, destroy 8 prison defense consoles, and destroy 12 munition stockpiles. Bloody hell. That's a lot. Personnel. I mean, it's good experience. There's some munitions. And it explodes. Okay, we'll just give it a moment. This experience booster's almost run its course.
Quite enough of that. There must be a weakness.
Oh, hello.
That's quite enough of that.
Oh, bloody hell. Ah, I thought I was server lag. It was actually somehow I ended up deselecting. Yeah. Getting some schematics now, which would be handy if we were a drafter. But we're not.
Clearly you haven't heard of us.
Is this the Flashpoint with... I wonder if this is the Flashpoint with a particular mini-boss. Guess we'll sharp find out once we get there.
Quite enough of that.
X-37 Oppressor Droid. If that's the case, let's deal with the security droids here then. Seconds. Really want to pull us in close? That's... Where's that one? This one. Much better.
The scarred man followed you. Hatred. Master Oteg in flames. Mercy is the Jedi's defense.
Thank you, mysterious stranger. This is experience booster. Okay. see a shot coming from the left-hand side. I'm wondering if there's someone over there that we've aggroed, but it's not. It's actually the security droid's attack. Oh. There's bound to be something of interest down here that I'm meant to get. Out of 100. Oh yes, I think I've tried not to aggro these before and it hasn't worked out.
Let's settle this. Defense consoles, 6 more munition stockpiles, and 13 more members of the Imperial forces. And then that'll change. Okay. Oh, hello. Camera angle. Sort yourself out. Are you going to come back this way? You know, I'll just deal with you just in case. Colonel Drakish. Yeah, you're the mini-boss I was thinking of. There's a particular set of skills. Okay. Let's settle this.
Calculating optimal fire.
Okay.
I'm much more.
Coming.
There you go. Watch out for his optical implants.
Firing targets. Calculating optimal firepower.
Can you hit him, please?
Killed me. They always do.
They'll rebuild me, they always do. Oh. Oh. Well, I'm guessing that's a Telos. So there's 2 Imperial battle cruisers.
Hello.
Your persistence is impressive. Most of my foes have the decency to die quickly. Yes, I arrived before you. Bided my time in the nebula. Oteg spread his forces too thin. It will cost him his life. And yours. Darth Malgus will be most pleased.
Master Oteg and I have outwitted you at every turn. You're counting your victories too soon.
Not this time. I planned our battle down to the last detail. Scurry about our prison. After I destroy your fleet, I'll find you.
This is Oteg. We've sliced the enemy's comm frequency. Kilran's got us pinched between his fleet and the prison's autocannons. The Jedi prisoner must be freed, even if it means losing the fleet. As long as we're between you and Kilran, you're protected.
If you stay here, you'll die. Fall back. Kilran can't stop this rescue.
We'll make a tactical retreat, draw off enemy warships, divide their forces. I'll keep the comm channel open. Good luck.
I'd rather not him have to sacrifice himself, if possible. Down to the Sith Asylum. Defeat 30 unleashed beasts. Stage mission.
Retreat! Repeat, all vessels retreat immediately! Over!
Plenty of Sith here, just guarding one prisoner. Just how important is this guy?
Let's settle this. Haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that.
would have been so much easier if I could have tanked and drew everyone to this explosive container. Oh, hello.
You haven't heard of us.
Stockpile after this, and one more defense console.
Just as I programmed.
Tried to use Force Wave there and it was still on cooldown. That was silly. Oh, bloody hell.
Let's settle this.
Oh well. At least he went down fairly quickly.
Losers Nova and Farstar. Pull in the rear guard. The enemy's taking the bait.
Ah, bloody hell. What are you up to?
Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Let's settle this.
Okay, stage 3 override the containment consoles. That sounds like an absolutely brilliant idea. ancient Maelstrom Flayer. Uh-oh, bad side. Bad touch, bad touch.
Let's settle this.
Mission's complete. And yes, it is. Not as good as what we're wearing. Actually, that's all the bonus missions complete. We just need to get to the core chamber now. Lord Van Defrest.
The Emperor will make me a Darth for this. Try not to make this too easy, will you?
Oh, hello.
Have a taste of the dark side. No, it is impossible. I had a destiny.
The enemy fleet into the Maelstrom. Buy your friends more time.
Oteg lives to fight another day. Through cowardice, of course. Now you're all alone. There won't be much left after he's finished. Pity, I so enjoy collecting trophies.
I mean...
Free Elite Guard.
Oh, heard of
great.
us.
Nice work, idiot. Jumped on the one I had just used Force Lift on. Oh well.
Never suspect scientists.
Ah, damn it. Gowron's really involving himself so much. It seemed that way. Oh, he wasn't in that fight anyway.
That's quite enough of that.
Taking us a while, but we're getting there.
Some exercise.
Oh, here we are. This is the core chamber. Kilran himself.
So much trouble from one Republic operative, it almost strains credulity. My lord, I promise to rid you of this nuisance. This embarrassing farce ends here.
Securing the Emperor's prisoner is your only priority. Deal with this annoyance another time.
There's no time like the present, my lord. I'll accomplish both objectives.
You abandon calculated tactics for irrational revenge. This won't end well.
By all means, persist in your overconfidence.
The Empire salutes you, Grand Moff Kilran. I leave you to reclaim your honor.
Glory to the Empire! My honor will be satisfied.
Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
Ow. Everyone's being an ass. Can't seem to touch him. Oh, now we're doing damage to him, okay. That was a bit weird. Now he's buggered off.
Execute on my mark.
Let's settle this.
actually doing damage again. There you go.
I don't deserve this. There was so much left to conquer.
And here we are.
Where? What's happened? I can feel... No. No! What have you done? There's nothing to restrain him now.
You were the one being restrained.
My struggle held the Emperor in check. How did you find me?
Your strength fails. You must be free, or all is lost.
You should be one with the Force. Finally at peace.
No peace while you suffer. The Emperor drowns you in black waters.
He wants me to be Darth Revan again. Serve him as I did centuries ago.
The holorecords say you brought the Republic to its knees as a Sith, and saved it as a Jedi. They also say you're dead.
I am dead. And reborn, over and over. Jedi, Sith. Many lifetimes, I led my allies to the galaxy's edge to destroy the Emperor. We didn't understand his true power. I lost everyone, betrayed from within. The Emperor imprisoned me, kept me alive with Sith alchemy, used me.
Your friend denies the Force's will to stay with you, help you.
It was she who gave me the strength to resist all this time. I didn't realize that until now. The Emperor used me as his link to the light side of the Force, the Jedi Order. Through me, he saw visions. But that same link also gave me influence. I convinced the Emperor peace was in his best interest. Tempered his hate.
The peace is lost. The Emperor makes his final war. Stop him. Flee this place while you can. Use the enemy's vessels.
Thank you, old friend. I will finish what we started.
So the prisoner after all this time was... or previously was Darth Revan, and then became a prodigal son and returned to the Jedi once again. We'll talk about Revan and the Entity, but first of all we should return to the Telos and speak to Master Oteg. Hopefully he made it out. Well, we enjoy this dramatic music. Ah, Revan's here. Okay.
So many lost for my freedom. I met Master Oteg. He left to inform Republic High Command of the casualties. They're devastating. You're a powerful Jedi, one of the greatest I've ever seen. Your strength will be needed for the war ahead.
As a Jedi, I strive for peace. But if war comes, I'm prepared to fight it.
You remind me of old friends. Long gone. My link to the Emperor is broken, but I learned a lot as his prisoner. Centuries of knowledge. I'll share everything with the Jedi Council. Then, I'll end this blasted war and the Sith Empire forever.
How do you mean to accomplish that?
There's one secret the Emperor never pried from me. A place called the Foundry. In the wrong hands, it can exterminate civilizations. In my hands, it will save the galaxy. You should return to the fight for as long as it lasts.
Before I go, who was that woman who led us to you?
She was a great Jedi. My most trusted ally. History remembers her as the Exile. To me, she was... more.
Your shuttle to Tython is fueled and ready, my friend. It's time.
Goodbye. I won't forget what you did today.
Neither will I. You not only saved him, but you helped spare the fleet additional losses.
The Republic needs all the fleet admirals and Jedi Masters it can get. Stay safe, all right?
Well, there's nothing safe about the path I walk. I'll do my best. Thanks to you, we've taken a great step toward final victory over the Empire. May the Force be with you.
Okay, hey, we get to choose a focus, which is excellent, but we are going to be using an adaptable one, so it doesn't matter. And we just hit level 60. Awesome. Okay. A new passive ability. Direct damage dealt by your Mind Crush and Telekinetic Wave abilities refreshes the duration of your weakened mind on affected targets. In addition, Telekinetic Burst increases your Force regeneration by 10% for 10 seconds and can stack up to 3 times. Okay. Level 62 for our next utility point. I'll have a look into that. So, yeah. Briefly about Revan and the Exile. I can't recall the Exile's true name, but spoiler alert, most people who are watching this probably already know, but Revan is the protagonist, the player you play as in Knights of the Old Republic 1, and in canon lore he is male, even though you can choose the gender of the character, and in Knights of the Old Republic 2 the Exile is the protagonist in that game. And again, you can choose the gender of the playable character. But I guess canon lore, she, or the character, is female. And yeah, it is set about 300 years prior to the events of this game. And what goes on now, obviously Revan is going to go report to the Jedi Council. But then he goes on to a space station known as the Foundry. And while we were doing Terral 5 and the Maelstrom prison, members of the Sith Empire are doing Boarding Party and the Foundry Flashpoints, which take place obviously after the events of the Republic Flashpoints that we've just finished. Somehow, maybe the Emperor did pry the knowledge from Revan's mind, or maybe they just tracked his location. But the Foundry is a space station designed by the Infinite Empire, by the Rakata, from what I recall. And there are numerous different space stations from their era, each with like different purposes. Some with enough force could create anything. In Knights of the Old Republic there was one known as the Starforge, which could create like galactic star vessels, from corvettes to frigates to battle cruisers. And the Foundry, I think its purpose is to design battle droids, like enhanced war droids, and Revan goes to the Foundry with the aid of an old ally, a rather interesting droid called HK-47, if I remember correctly. And while there, he sets the parameters of the droids to target anyone of Sith blood. Not just pure-blooded Sith, but anyone with a trace amount of Sith bloodline, innocence included, and he believes this is the best way to end a war against the Sith Empire preemptively. And players of the Sith Empire go to the Foundry and defeat the war droids and eventually kill Revan, making him become one with the Force. But yeah, that's kind of what happens. There is an expansion that we'll hopefully be going into called The Shadow of Revan, which will give us more insight into those events, no doubt. But yeah, we'll get ourselves, you know what, we'll break this video here, we'll park ourselves here, because I want to go purchase some level 60 item modifications. I think I'm wearing level 52 ones right now, but we'll get ourselves upgraded, get our gear set up, and then what will we do? Ah, we need to go use the Defender's Hollow Terminal and report to the Jedi Council. Apparently they need our assistance once again. But yeah, that'll be for next time. We'll probably start on the Defender. I see, we might speak to our companions, we might not, but we'll start the Chapter 2 story arc next time. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. As always, feel free to comment if you so wish, and I'll see you for more Star Wars The Old Republic next time. Until then, though, bye bye now.